Well, first of all, I think I was a bit of an early adopter, like any kind of new idea. So anything, that's looking really interesting or a way of having conversation and sharing ideas, I'm there. So always an early adopter of Facebook, early adopter of Twitter, and I'm getting on there. But then it's about, for me, building a community outside of our community in Crickhowell. So I've got my high street, I've got my customers here, but it's then kind of reaching out and having these conversations with authors, with writers and illustrators, but also, I think just a general community that are book lovers. Look at it from not just being a business tool as a way of selling, but a way of starting conversations and a way of sharing ideas, and opinions. I think for me, looking at other social media accounts that I wanted to, I suppose, embody were the ones that had a sense of humour, shared causes that they were really passionate about, share information that encouraged conversation back, didn't just put stuff out there, but wanted people to respond to. It hasn't been a case of the social media strategy on that. It's been the pandemic and the social media strategies going hand in hand. When people couldn't get to us, we needed to be there online. So that really worked. We had a website that was commercial beforehand, which we could sell tickets and we could sell some local books and some signed books on. But he didn't think we could compete with the likes of Amazon or even Waterstones or W.H. Smith. So we didn't really go there. We had to go there. So we managed to get every single title in the shop online the week before the pandemic hit. And then we just traded and we just tried to figure it out. And it really worked. So we went from taking, I don't know, a couple of £100 maybe a month to, I think our biggest month was something like 20,000. I know. And that, again, is the power of Twitter, because that's where the vast majority of the sales were coming from. Or Guardian articles talking about trading during the pandemic. And we did some Facebook Lives. And then we did the online events with 3 other book-selling friends. We've done about 500 online events with authors now. So it really took the pandemic to find us that customer base, for us to have the confidence that we could compete. And we've now got that community that they're not going anywhere and we're still engaging with them and they're still buying books online. So where we've gone from a couple of £100 a month, now with people being able to come into the shop and things, it's more like 4,000 to 5,000, which is still a great, fantastic chunk. It's hard work. It's time consuming, and I think I've spent a lot of time on social media, and sometimes that's not necessarily a good thing personally. But when you start then actually having these conversations and developing relations, that's what you're doing, developing relationships with people all over the world, then that's when it starts becoming really interesting. For me personally, it's always been Twitter and has been the thing that I've just taken to. I didn't get it at first and then suddenly just got into a stride and I get it. Facebook has been brilliant for promoting our events locally, which really, those are the people that we need to tell about the events because they live here and they can actually get to the venues on the dates that we've got them going on. Instagram is a younger crowd, and that has taken longer for us to kind of get our heads around in terms of what works and what doesn't work. And it takes a little bit more effort. I mean, Twitter, I can just put something out there and it's littered with spelling mistakes and things that that has been autocorrected and all sorts, but that kind of has the person behind it. And now we are just starting to look at TikTok. I just feel that if we don't keep moving forward and we're not embracing what our future readers and our future customers are embracing, so TikTok, then we're going to lose out. So our online customers are not local. They're all over the UK. We've got a couple in America and a couple of customers in Europe that we send boxes to every month, which is amazing to be able to do that. The whole online world is just constantly evolving and new things are happening all the time that you really need to get on board with it. So it's a case of not just having a website built now, but having a proper strategy and thinking, well, where do I want to be in the autumn? Where do I want to be at Christmas when we've got Christmas trading? Do I want a huge amount of orders coming through when it's really busy in the shop as well? Where do I want to be next year? What's coming through? What trends are there? And I think it's the support in what's really new that a lot of businesses need, because they're comfortable now. Websites have been around long enough. Twitter's been around long enough, Facebook. So we should all really be pretty au fait as business owners with using those platforms. It's more a case of what's going to happen next. The biggest thing that I feel that businesses could do better is to invest in education for the owners, because you always feel like you're too busy to do something where actually you just need to keep on just doing a little bit a day. Listen to the TED Talk, listen to the audiobook, read the book. But there's always something that you need to do in terms of investing in your own education, which is so important if you still want to be here in kind of 5-10 years time. You can't just concentrate on, I'm on Facebook, so that's working for me at the moment. Because Facebook, I think it's starting to, the people that I'm talking to, especially our young readers and the readers that we speak to that are reading young adult fiction, they're not on Facebook. From a business owner's point of view, there's no point just being behind your till. You have to kind of get out and see what's happening within the town, because what happens on this high street and footfall is so important, and how you can increase that footfall to the benefit of everybody else is, just really, really important. And sometimes I think a lot of business owners are guilty of just putting some blinkers on and just going, right, I just need to concentrate on this, what's in these four walls. And I think in order to create that vibrancy, having those tools and that information would be really, really useful. The whole way we communicate what our business is all about has to have that mix now of online presence. Yes, we have to have really great customer service in store, but we also have to be involved and work together with our neighbours on what we do and what we want to happen. It was a photograph of the high street, and I saw it not long ago, and it showed Bookish. And I was thinking, well, that was when we were here, and there were parking spaces on the high street, and I think, well, that's my car. So this is about 10 years ago, and there were about 4 cars on the entire high street. I'm thinking, things have changed. You cannot park out there for no money. It's a bit of a bun fight now. But that's a good thing.